is to focus on all the things that they are or are not doing. But if you change, the things that used to bother you and affect you no longer do. Therefore, they must change in order to deal with you. So if you want things to change, change you. I would much rather my wife do the work so I don't have to do as much, but she knows that lesson, and she doesn't hesitate to throw it in my face occasionally. This is from my girl Oprah, one of my favorite mentors. Anybody like Super Soul Sunday? I love that show. So Oprah says, instead of carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders, instead of worrying about all the things you have to do, she's a huge proponent of education. And she says, instead of worrying about what you're going to major in, and what your career is, and what you're going to make in that class, do the next right thing. Focus on what's in front of you. That has a lot to do with perspective. It has a lot to do with self-awareness and being aware of what's going on with you. Do the next right thing. Do what's in front of you, because the reality is, if you're worried about where you're going to get into school or worried about how your semester is going to work out, if you just focus on the next class or the next project or the next final, things typically work out way better than you can imagine. There's no point in worrying about a bunch of things you can't change. Now, I'm going to hang around and answer any questions at the end, but I want to leave you with this. There's a couple of things I want to leave you with. Number one, everything is subject to revision, especially what I know about the truth. Everything is subject to revision, especially what I know about the truth. And what that means is that my truth has changed. Your truth will change. What I thought was true when I was 16 was different than when I was 22. It was different when I was 32, and will be different 5 years from now. Truth changes. So I'll leave you with this. If you're wondering, how do I pick the perfect college major? How do I know I'm on the right track? How do I know what I should be doing? Ask yourself this, and do it consistently. If I could do anything in the world and money was not an issue, I knew I couldn't fail, what would I do? If I could do anything in the world, money was not an issue, and you knew you wouldn't fail, what would you do? If you answer that question on a consistent basis, whether it's daily, monthly, yearly, although your truth might change, although what's important to you at 18 might be different than when you're 24, but if you consistently ask yourself that question, you can rest assured that you're going to be at least going in the right direction. I want to thank you guys for coming. I want to thank you guys for letting me be of service. And Mr. Franke, thanks for setting this up. I really appreciate it. And that's all I got. Thanks for coming.